On today's episode, the Dorks talk about the greatest video game console of all time, the Atari 2600. Stay tuned and listen for details. This is the way of the Dork.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 67 of the Four Dorksmen podcast. We are 54 days until Christmas. I'm Nate, aka Angry Nate.
I'm just, whatever.
This is Collector Clint.
And this is Asian Tony Stark.
And Joey is watching the last bit of the Saints game, and he's kind of...
The refs are robbing us, clearly.
Yeah. So he's having a good time over there.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for joining us this week. Couple of quick housekeeping things. Make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram at @_Dorksmen. Make sure you play along on Bingo, dorksmanbingo.com, and you can have the highs and lows as Joey is watching the Saints game. Hopefully more highs than lows, because Joey's about to punch out his screen.
Ding, 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 ding.
Got that.
Yes, there we go. But yeah, anyways, make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram. Feel free to email us at dorksman@gmail.com. You will get a response because we have an out-of-office robot response emailer. So congratulations. You're going to get a response to an email. Doorbot. Email bot.
Dorkbot.
We should definitely put our money into a Dorkbot. Just for emails. Yeah.
It just replies with
just replies to emails.
Not to help us win anything, but just reply.
Yeah,
to email.
just purely email responder. Yeah, and congratulations to LL Falconer, who won our contest for Halloween, where we just asked for, very simply, to share some past Halloween costumes. If you didn't enter, it was legitimately the easiest contest, and you should feel bad about yourself. So Falconer, congratulations. Clint will reach out to you. No, he will. Ignore Joey. He will reach out to you and make sure we get your address and whatnot, and we'll ship that out to you shortly.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's jump into some Ask the Dorksman questions before we get into our regular topic this week. So our first question comes from John, aka @NightMarauder on Twitter. His question is, and it's very topical because a lot of us are playing Funko Pop Blitz right now, and the Universal Monsters event is happening. I think it closes out today.
No,
a couple days.
Yeah.
A couple days.
On
Tuesday.
Thank God.
So his question is, if you were to become one of the Universal Monsters, which one would each Dorksman be?
So do I have to say what everybody is or just myself?
Just say yourself. We can
Just
say
say
yourself. Unless you feel very strongly opinionated, somebody should be something.
I'm going to just go with Frankenstein because he's tall and lumbering and awkward and very uncoordinated, it seems like. So that's like perfect. That's me.
Can't
think of anybody
I mean, that was
better.
a logical choice from height alone,
Clint's
right?
obviously Wolfman just because of how hairy he is. Like, I know our listeners can't see it, but maybe they can hear his hair growing right now. Like, that's how thick it is and bristly.
Anyway, my answer would actually...
Zach! Yes!
My answer would actually be Creature from the Blue Lagoon, because I would like to explore.
Black.
Is it black? Sorry,
Black
it's
Lagoon.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Don't make
Just
me
because I'd like to see what's under the water and experience living in the water.
Under the sea.
That's right. I'm hoping there's a Sebastian Crab conducting an orchestra down there to convince me not to go to the land.
Amazing.
So
you're right.
aside from Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, what is it? Dracula, right? Isn't he one of them?
You can be the bride of Frankenstein.
Invisible Man, I
You
think.
can be my wife. Invisible Man is not on here. You need to play this game, Ryan.
Well, no, but they goes beyond that. You're right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the Universal Monsters are.
Dracula, Mummy is in there.
Speaking of which, what a disappointment that did not take off that Universal Monsters cinematic universe or whatever they were calling it, that they tried to reboot with the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. I was actually looking forward to that.
Well, who
I'm
knows?
actually
But anyway,
Google this right now and look at
How?
Google it.
3rd and 19.
They haven't. It's still fourth and third. You're good.
So we have Creature from the Black Lagoon, Mummy, Invisible Man is part of the Universal
Yes.
Monster lineup.
As he was saying, it's not part of the game.
Ah. I would be the Invisible Man then.
Oh,
Just for the sole fact. I mean, I don't remember the original one from the 50s, but I know in like the more recent versions, he's kind of like a scientist type dude. So being that I like to be more analytical about stuff, that just, I think, fits my personality better.
Miss! Gummit!
You realize when this game's over, regardless of the outcome with Joey's reactions, we're not going to be able to top it. So we might just end the episode there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to overtime, I'm sure, because we've got 18 seconds left.
Well, that gives Nate time to think about his answer then.
Oh, yeah, please, Fox, let's show the field goal that Lutz missed from, like, inside of after the touchdown range. Like, PAT range he missed. I'm sorry.
Amazing.
Go ahead.
Are you?
No.
He's not sorry. He should.
I
You
didn't
don't
think
have to
so.
be sorry. It's all
Anyway,
good.
keep going. Right, Nate, what's your answer?
I would probably. I'd have to say Frankenstein too, just purely for the same reasons as Joey. It was just the uncoordination and the lack of self-awareness. It's very.
Oh, they had called the timeout. They
It's
tried to
very-
freeze him. He's got to kick it again.
It's very very on brand, I think, is the best way to put it. So I would definitely be Frankenstein as well.
All right, very good.
Is it?
Thank you, John, for the
Listen!
question.
Hey,
Oh, no,
made
I-
it again.
We'd love to hear your answer as well.
Maybe we should share the visual on this, Ryan,
I
just
think
so
we
people
should,
can join away.
just
I already
to
turned it
see
off.
what Joey's going.
Oh,
through.
all right. Well, fair enough.
And our second question this week comes from our good buddy Vin at Fugly16. His question is: of the Dorksmen, who looks the most sus?
Clint.
Joey? Oh, is that your answer? Or are you saying me? I need to go.
Yelling answers.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I was actually waiting for you to go for your turn, but apparently I'm the most sus for
Yep.
Ryan.
Is
My
it the
answer.
beard? Is that why you're going with that?
That's
Yeah,
part
why
of
is
it.
that your
I'd pick
answer?
Ryan.
Is it
just
that
because
he lives in Colorado?
No.
he's
cocaine
I
a
just
narc?
think the
Drug?
overall look of Clint looks a little sus, or maybe more than a
he's a
little
narc?
sus.
He looks like a narc.
I didn't
I
say
think
that.
your stuff that you're
Looks
using
like a
the word
narc. Wow. Okay.
He does kind of have that undercover
Look
DEA
like a
agent
narc.
look going on.
Wow.
Yeah. Like he looks like he could have been in Narcos.
Like one of those
Mexico.
guys that's trying to
Yeah.
infiltrate the Hells Angels or something.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm trying to infiltrate a hipster group right now with my
Right.
IPAs and my unicycle.
Oh my god.
Your unicycle.
Your
You have a hacky
unicycle.
sack?
That's right. No, I do the yo-yos with the sticks.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna write that
Yes.
down. My IPAs and unicycle. That's funny.
Anyway, Joey, what's your answer? Is that your? Am I the answer then?
You know, Ryan's convinced me. At first, I thought it was Nate, and then I kind of started
But
thinking
why
it
me
was,
first? I
maybe
want to
what-
know why me first.
I've just seen casual pictures of you, and you just look suspect when nobody is like if you don't realize people are taking pictures of you, like they're just candid shots. Like you
I always
look
look
very
like I'm up to something.
Yes, exactly. But like when you're paying attention, it's like, oh, you know, I need to shake off what I'm doing right here on this phone, which is very illegal, and just
Very
make
illegal.
people think I'm
Very
a normal
legal.
person.
Right.
Dadgummit,
Flipping shoes is very
stupid
legal. Okay.
Overtime.
I don't know if it's legal, but it's happening.
It's legal.
I don't think it is. Scalping is illegal, so is flipping. But you guys do you.
It's legal to flip houses though.
It is.
There
But
you go.
but the government gets their take on that. That's why.
I mean,
See, told you Clint was a narc.
there you go.
It's been confirmed.
It's been confirmed. I would pick Ryan just because it's always the quiet ones. Right? It's always
See-
the ones that are least suspecting.
Yep, that was going to be my answer, but then I thought I might be racist, so I kind of thought again. My answer is actually going to be me because I can't go with either any of you without being racist. So I'm the most sus.
There you go.
That's fair.
Clint's a
that's fair.
narc.
Clint is a narc.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
I didn't say I was a good one, but I'm a narc.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Joey's the
That's
game
the
over yet?
title
Or
of the
still
episode.
going?
Confirmed.
No, it just started overtime. They're doing the overtime
Clint's an
coin
arc.
toss.
Maybe the Saints will win that.
I can't take this.
How are the Saints 4-2? Like this is insane. How are the Bears 5-2? That's like these are the worst like 4-2, 5-2 teams ever.
Talk about suspect.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, so our topic this week.
Well,
I don't
thank
know
you,
who
Ben,
won
for the
the
question.
Sorry, thank you,
first of all.
Vin. Yeah, for the question.
I think we're getting the
Um,
ball. Yep, Foles is. Wait, no. What is Foles doing? Is he putting his helmet on? I've got it muted. No, Drew Brees is warming up. We've got the ball. We're getting it.
Congratulations.
We won the coin
Well done.
toss.
Well done. If you can win the game, that'll be all worth it. Yeah, so thank you, Vin, for the question. Clint will probably be reaching out on Twitter for your answer. We'd love to hear it.
Doing that right now.
Excellent. So yeah, our topic this week, it's new console launch month. We've got the Xbox, the new Xbox coming in a couple of weeks. We've got PS5 coming in a couple of weeks. So we wanted to do a little bit of console wars talk and maybe talk about some previous consoles we've owned, or some of our favorites. What are we looking forward to with the next gen stuff? And I guess first of all, does anyone have any pre-orders in for the new consoles?
I don't.
No.
Nope.
A lot of head shakes.
Not me.
Not you.
Yeah,
I don't.
I
Like
mean,
I said,
Clint
I'll
doesn't own a PlayStation, nor does he own an
Right.
Xbox. So
He's-
you would
that's
That's
need
not
at
true.
least-
I own a PS1.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, you don't own a current generation PS4. How about that? I mean, I don't
I'm
even know. I don't
waiting-
own a PS4 either.
I do. I am waiting for the 2021 Black Friday deal, and whoever has the best one, that's what I'm going with. That's how I'm going to decide Xbox versus PlayStation.
Well, regardless, I'm getting both. So whatever you get it on, we'll get to play.
Both.
You have them both
I-
pre-ordered?
I do have them both pre-ordered. I
Wow.
pre-ordered.
If I
I
were a
pre-ordered the
rich man.
PS5.
Well, he doesn't have kids. Remember that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, true.
and I'm tempted. I'm like I'm scared that my PS5 is gonna get canceled because I ordered it from the source. I don't know if you guys have
magazine?
the source. I wish.
The rap
You ordered
band.
with some
I
shoes
got-
and a new
yeah.
Oh
album.
man,
Yeah, I gotta pick it up in the back of a truck out in like Brooklyn or something.
It comes
No,
preloaded with 50 Cent's new album.
Yeah. Oh God, it's like worse than the U2 fiasco. If that was the case. But it's the source is, I guess it's a Canadian company. It's like a step up from Radio Shack. You guys know what Radio Shack is?
Yes.
Yes.
It was. It's
So I
not
would say,
around.
yeah, I
They
would
call
say
it-
it's like a step up from Radio Shack is basically what it is. So that's why I'm not confident that my pre-order is going to go through. It has gone through. I'm still waiting to see if it actually ships. So we'll see. And then I did my Xbox through EB Games or GameStop, whatever you guys want to call it. I did that through the payment program. So that's how I justified getting both, is that I'm just going to do the Game Pass 2-year lease, I guess you want to call it. It's like $45 a month. So that justifies me getting both. That's what I tell myself and my
Interesting.
wife.
I
Well, how
have to
does that work
interject for a
exactly?
quick sec here because Vin responded after
Yes,
Oh,
I
did he?
tweeted him.
It's good.
So he said me because, and mind you, he singled me out, but he said because I like pineapple and pizza. I'm just like, well, there's 3 of us in the podcast here, Vin. that like
I had pineapple pizza today, so
You're lucky.
Ooh.
I haven't had any.
You're
in a while.
sus now too.
Yeah.
yeah. I always was. Joey called me out like instantly.
Okay,
This is
so for me and for maybe our listeners, can you explain the payment thing that you were talking about?
Yeah. So with the Xbox, they have is basically a loan where you get the console and you get Game Pass, but you're tied into a contract for 2 years. So I think the Xbox Series X, you can get it for, I think it's $30 US a month. And then the lower one is $20 US a month. And it comes with Game Pass. Don't quote me on the prices, but yeah, it comes with Game Pass, and which is basically the free online catalog of all games by Microsoft and a couple third-party companies. I think Bethesda's in on it. EA Sports is in on it now,
Oh.
where you can get their
Madden
party
and
Game
stuff?
Pass. Yeah. So it's
So
actually
what happens
pretty
when the
good.
2 years is up?
You keep the console, and you just have to resubscribe to Game Pass, and that's all you. That's it. You keep
So-
the console for 2 years.
So is it like a 0% finance for the?
Wow.
for the
0%
console, and then-
APR. Yep. It's pretty crazy. It's really a good deal, and I think part of it is Microsoft's doing that similar to like cell phones, right? If you go get a new cell phone, you pay a small chunk up front for the cell phone, or sometimes you get a $0 cell phone and
Usually
you're
it's
just
the
paying for the
tax.
service. Yeah.
Usually got to pay for the tax up front. So it's, and I know you said don't quote you on the fees, and I'm sure somebody can Google it while we're talking about it.
We already did that one.
But anyway, so $30 US plus you get the Game Pass.
Yeah.
But if you, and again, I don't know the exact number. You're saying you think it's 30. I mean, if you multiply that by 24 months, you are paying a little bit more for the console in the end run, but you're getting the Game Pass, which I don't know how much that a month is.
So they did a deal, like I think was it last E3 or the E3 before, where you could upgrade your Xbox Game Pass to Ultimate Game Pass for like $1 a month up to 3 years. I think that was the thing that they did.
Yep. I can confirm.
So
I have that.
Yeah. So if you have that, then you kind of don't really need to do anything extra and like pay an additional Game Pass fee. So
it says it's $9.99 a month for
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be Xbox Series X. Like, what is it called? What you're talking about?
Game Pass.
Like basically the financing.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't even know.
You don't know. Good job.
I just did it. I just signed up and got it.
We are a wonderful, just a plethora of knowledge here for this podcast.
Absolutely.
The all-inclusive pass, is that what it is?
Yes.
It's $34.99, I believe, is what it says.
It's not bad.
I think that's right.
If it comes with Game Pass, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, the financing portion of it comes out to $25 a month for the console.
Right. And so if you just do the quick math on it, which Nate can't do because Nate sucks at math.
Rude.
So if you look at it as $25 a month for 24 months, that's $600. So you end up paying, I guess, what, $100 over, because it's normally what, $500.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe my math sucked on that. I don't know. Maybe my math is a little sus.
I just love that we haven't gotten into anything yet. We're talking about paying for it like such adults.
It's a really good deal. I think it's a really good deal.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Four Dorksmen on NPR.
Right.
Come on, Camara.
That was Kamara. Anyway, okay, Nate. So you didn't make a decision, but based off what you know so far, which one would you choose?
If I had to pick one or the other?
You had to pick one or the other.
If you weren't a rich boy.
That's right.
Crazy rich.
If you were making Banner starve so you could play video games, which one would you get?
I've seen Banner. He's not going to starve.
He's not going to starve.
No, I know that.
I would probably have picked PS5.
Because?
Just purely because of the exclusives. Like,
okay.
There's such good games on the PS5 that, just really good games that I don't think I could pass up.
That's a fair answer. I mean, first of all, I have nothing great to add to this discussion, so you guys will probably be leading this, but Nintendo fanboy over here. I mean, one of the reasons to get a Nintendo versus anything is the first party exclusive game. So totally makes sense.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the biggest pull for Xbox as far as exclusives would just be Halo? I mean, does it really have anything else going for it besides Halo?
There might be other games on the horizon, but Halo definitely, when you talk about FPS games, which is more my forte than anything else that I play.
What does that mean? What does that an acronym mean?
What do you mean?
You said you used an acronym to describe Halo. What is that acronym?
What, forte?
I thought you said FPS.
Oh, FPS. I see. First person shooter.
There you go. Thank you.
Sorry. So all of those games are more what I geared towards anyway. So I started playing Halo 1, played Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4. I don't remember when I started playing Call of Duty, but I did. And that's pretty much all I play now is those types of games. With the exception of my retro stuff. But when it comes to Microsoft, that is really the first thing that people gravitate toward, I think. Is Halo.
Yeah.
That's going to be their biggest exclusive, definitely.
At least at launch, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it comes out, I think, with the release of the new Xbox. Which
makes sense, because I don't know
recall
any
it
other
correctly.
games that are coming out with the Xbox on release. That doesn't mean there's not any. I just don't know them.
Oh, I can almost guarantee there's going to be more.
Well,
I don't know
sure,
about
but
exclusives, but there's going to be a bunch of games released for the new console in conjunction with the release of it. Yeah, Halo. I know Sully's really looking forward to it, as well are several other members of the community.
Does Bethesda's purchase, or excuse me, Xbox purchase of Bethesda influence that decision to get an Xbox if you were to go that route?
You asking me?
I'm asking anybody.
Oh,
I think as long as the games, I'm fairly certain that like the games will still release on both. It's just a matter of, are you paying extra for them on, like, you'd have to pay extra for them on PlayStation because they'd be included in Game Pass on Xbox. But I guess that falls into the category of like how much you're going to get out of a Game Pass. Like for me, Game Pass is cool, and like I'll play a couple of games on there, but in general, it's not something that I'm super excited about. Like it doesn't excite me to have this library of older games or the library of like Xbox exclusive games, because I'm not a big Halo guy. So I mean, Game Pass is going to be good. Like I mostly would play Xbox just so I can play games like Destiny or whatever with my friends. It's more so that I can keep in touch with my buddies there and play those games versus being a Microsoft fanboy and playing Halo or whatever you want to call it. That's for me anyways.
Okay.
I tell you what's going to probably end up making me make my decision is McGuire's going to be moving off to college next year. I say moving off. He's just going to be like 30 minutes away. But he's going to be living in the dorms on campus. So whatever him and or I guess maybe his roommate, if they end up getting one together to share, they'll probably end up swaying my decision so we can continue to play video games together. Whatever he ends up getting will probably be what I end up getting.
that's a fair decision. Fair answer.
Would you? Are you going to consider getting one of them, Clint, at some point?
Probably not. Not because there's anything wrong with them. Besides their price, they're a little overpriced in my opinion. But it's more that I don't know if Joey was agreeing with me or not. But
he saw a mosquito.
Clint, I love it. I love it.
It's more.
Get him, Clint.
There we go. It's
Tell
more.
it to him.
I'm trying. It's more the time I can dedicate to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I have a Switch and I have a huge backlog of games there. I don't need another one to add to it necessarily. That's all it is. Nothing personal or anything against them. It's just not something I'll be doing. But
it's a huge investment, you know,
It
if
is.
you're just
It really
a
is.
casual gamer.
right. Well, you know, it's funny. I not that I know the math, but I do wonder how, if we, you know, adjusted for inflation, cost of living, etc., what the NES would price at today based on what it priced on in 1984. I'd be curious to see. I mean, it was $100, right? And that's just for the basic system. I think that came with 2 controllers, and I don't even think that necessarily came with the Zapper. I think that had to be an extra, upgrade or a different set. I could be wrong,
but I thought it came with the Zapper.
And it might have later on or something. I'm just talking to the very first release of it. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying whatever it was. But I would be curious to see how that stacks up, if all things accounted and equal, how those would compare. Because, yeah, we sit there and complain about the price, but in all fairness, the dollar has lost value, so that makes sense. It'd be more expensive.
Yeah, and $100 back then was worth a lot more than it is now, obviously.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I don't think it's up to the $500, $600 range, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's $400 or
Pretty
$300.
close. But then you'd also have to take into consideration all the other caveats, right? You're talking about the updated and upgraded technology, better resolution, among many other things. The fact that we're talking about a cartridge-based system versus, I mean, dare I say, something that's completely media-free, aside from the hard drive, because you can actually get that version. So, a lot of different comparisons to consider.
I 100% agree. And that's my point. Like, we complain about it, but it is an investment. I'm not saying it's a bad investment either. In fact, I think video games are, I mean, we've talked about on this podcast, they're just great, with everything they do with hand-eye coordination, reading, storyline development, teamwork, etc. So I think they're actually a good investment. I'm curious, and I think it's a lot closer than, you would initially think, how those two would relate being 40 years apart.
Yeah.
So I can tell you right now, because while you've been talking about it, I looked it up. So
Thank you. I'm glad somebody did.
okay, figured I'd help you out there. So the original system that came out, you were right, it was no game, and it was $89.99.
Okay.
This was in 1987. Then there was a $99.99 bundle that came with Super Mario, and then the action set that came out in November of 1988 was $149.99 and came with the deck, 2 game controllers, the Zapper, and then the Super Mario Brother Duck Hunt combo game, which I think is probably what I got. I think I got that one.
But I think that's why I was thinking it came with the Zapper, but that's the one that we had.
So I looked up I used the inflation calculator. So in 1987, an item purchased for $89.99 in 2020 would cost $206.18.
And that's the basic bare bones system.
So if you go, well, I mean, that's kind of all you're getting right now, really, isn't it? With the other stuff, I mean, you're not getting any games with the stuff. But if we go up to the $149.99 one from 1988, that's still just $330.
But still, I mean, and Ryan brought up a good point. There's so much more to it. Like, look how much an Xbox controller is versus what you could get from a NES controller back in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, just a regular controller alone is $70 for an Xbox controller.
Right, and but I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry, Joey.
I was going to say, I don't know, you're talking about controller price. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but McGuire was telling me that he saw that the new games are going to be going up another $10 increment.
Mm-hmm. It's like $10 more.
Yeah, so
to kick off. Yeah.
So what were they? Where are they at right now? Like $69.99. So I guess they're going up to $79.99 per game, or maybe it's $59 to $69, something like that. But still, it's going up $10.
Going up, and I mean that's I mean that's more than 10%. It's like 15-20% to 15% basically. So that's a hefty increase. But you are paying for more essentially. You can do a lot more with a video game now than you can.
Right.
Right.
You get the 4K capability and you can use it as a 4K player, but this is the other thing I told McGuire. I said it's not just an initial $500 investment for a new system to get the most out of it. I'm also going to have to upgrade to 4K TV because I don't have a 4K TV in my house yet. They're all just still 1080. So that's more money to consider as well.
How do you live with just 1080?
I know. It's like
watching the Saints suck ass in 1080.
Yeah, if you had it in 4K, you could see the sweat running down Drew Brees' brow as he tries to make that throw. But anyway, anyway, I know we're getting off a little, kind of diverted here. I just, wanted to brought that up and kind of went that.
Good conversation.
But anyway, I am curious about, Nate said exclusives. Is that a driving factor for all of you if you were deciding all of them? Okay.
Yes. So that's part of the problem is that the only one on Xbox that I really look forward to is Halo. Like I miss playing Halo, although the last ones that have kind of come out don't really have the same, like my big thing with McGuire for years was being able to do couch co-op, with them, like old school type stuff.
Sure.
But it's so difficult now with the processors that they have and the graphics that it's trying to run for them to be able to effectively do the split screen. Although I did see Randy Pitchford announce on Twitter the other day that they're going to be changing some stuff up with Borderlands on the new PS5. So I guess they are going to still keep it. I don't know. I was kind of confused as to what he was talking about, but that was one of my biggest draws to Borderlands for years was the fact that it was still one of the options for split screen couch co-op. But really that's the only thing for Xbox that draws me is Halo, and like I said, I don't think they have that option anymore, so I would definitely go PS5 unless, like I said, McGuire goes Xbox, since again he's moving off and we're probably not going to do a lot of in-person gaming anymore.
Right. They leave the nest, man. They leave the nest.
Yeah. But so only 30 minutes away.
right for now.
He'll be home on weekends to do laundry.
You got laundry.
Yeah, he's told me he's gone. When he graduates, he's out of here. He said, I'm moving to another state. Okay.
We'll see about that. Anyway, so how about hypothetical? And I don't know if you guys know the answer to this. Let's play quickly. Let's say that all the games will be available for each of the consoles. Okay.
So no console
exclusive.
Oh, no.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying that is what would you decide to get then, or do you have an opinion on why you would get that?
Me personally, I'd probably go with PlayStation just because that's the one I'm most familiar with. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
PS2, PS3, PS4. I've had an Xbox. I had the 360, and we had a one here for a while. And then McGuire took it back to his mom's house, and I don't know. It's just one of those familiarity things. I think it's the same thing of almost iPhone versus like an Android phone.
Mm-hmm.
I think once you kind of get stuck with one, you just kind of get used to it and get familiar with it, and that's just the one you tend to stick with unless something changes your mind. You don't see a lot of people switching over from iPhone to Android and vice versa.
Yeah. Agreed.
I would go with Xbox if that was the case.
For the same reasons?
Most purely because most of my friends have Xboxes that I've gamed with over the years.
Okay.
So I would absolutely. I also find the Xbox interface much more user friendly. Like just the features that they have are so good. Like where you can, it's like you can stream it to your PC. There's just so many more options with the Microsoft console because it's like a computer basically.
Mhm.
So Nate, before you go on, can you elaborate on some of those for some of us noobs like myself that don't know what some of those features are? You did mention the PC streaming, which is awesome.
Yeah.
What else? And sorry to put you on the spot, but what else is in there to help me? You're selling me on this. Let's act like that. So sell me why I should get an Xbox over a PlayStation.
Just buy it, damn it.
Yeah, just buy it. Who cares?
I'm not money bags over here like this guy.
Sell some of your pops and you're good to go.
I spent totally off topic. My collection budget is I went about 5 times over for the month of October because of everything going on.
Yeah, just sell that Loch Ness I got for you. That'll cover the cost of your Xbox.
right. It actually would. But anyway, thank you again.
Real talk.
Sorry, Nate. Please continue.
With the Xbox streaming, it's like you basically can run your Xbox through your computer, and you can play your games on your computer, like on your computer screen, your computer monitor, without having to
without
plug it
the
in.
need for a capture card. I think that's a better way to explain it. So
and
I can kind of take over a little bit, Nate, if you want me to explain it better to Clint. So
let me just insert a note here for people listening. I have a capture card for my Switch, which had to be external. That's $150. So if you're talking about cost, I mean, if you don't want to get a place, one of these that streams like that, you got to factor that in. Anyway, Ryan, please go.
Yep. So long as your Xbox and your computer are wired on the same home network via Ethernet cable, so you cannot do this via Wi-Fi, it has to be hardwired, you can actually capture that video footage as well as the audio into your computer, allowing you to push it, say, to Twitch or to YouTube without the need for any kind of capture card, whether that be AverMedia, Elgato, or any of these third-party China ones that you can get. So as Clint's saying, that is a cost savings of, we'll say, at least $150 if you're getting a true market one, not one of these knockoffs from China. And that is in no way made to poke fun at Nate because he's Chinese. I'm just, saying there are Chinese knockoff items on the market. They don't do exactly what the real competition does. So there you go.
It's true.
I've heard a lot of people mention this. It's come up a couple of times already in our conversation today about, Xbox is where my friends are, and that's where I'm going to, go if I want to play with people. And I'm just guessing here. Do you think the reason for that is because Xbox was really kind of the first out of them and PlayStation to really kind of push the online aspect of gaming? And so Xbox was just the early adopter, and therefore people that wanted to do that were early adopters, and they've just kind of stuck with Xbox for that aspect of it.
I'm in that category.
Yeah, same.
I'm definitely in that category. I remember the first days of doing, sitting around a LAN party for Halo 1 and us being in 4 different rooms at my friend's house and doing Halo.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that. It's not you I'm laughing at. It's LAN party.
Yeah.
When those things.
And for anybody that may be too young to understand what this is, a LAN party, before the days of online gameplay and multiplayer and all of that stuff, being able to, play Call of Duty, Warzone, or Halo 3, and you can play against people around the globe. You actually had to hardwire different Xboxes together via LAN cable or Ethernet cable, so that way you guys could share the experience of multiplayer on 4 different televisions and 8 different players. So Halo was the first game, to my knowledge at least. I'm pretty sure when Sully was on, we spoke about this, but Halo 2 was the thing that really started online gameplay. And you look at it now, right? You talk about things like Fortnite, Escape from Tarkov, Call of Duty. All of these first-person shooter games are all a result of what happened with the innovations that came out with Halo 2. So all
Makes
of that
sense.
wrapped into a nutshell, I'm loyally to Xbox solely for that reason alone. I do play a lot with people that are cross-platform. Like I play a lot of Call of Duty with Boston. He's on PlayStation. Other people in the community play on PC, but like for example, MC Mike, he's a Call of Duty player. He plays on PC, but we're all able to play together because of the coexisting thing, right? So that
I just
also is
wish
part of the wave of the
everything-
future, is things that are not exclusive to one console. You know, even Rocket League. Getting off the subject of first-person shooter games, that's also cross-platform. So I think honestly, that's the way of the future.
It'd be nice because I got overcooked and I want to play it with some of you fools, and nobody has a Switch and have it. So
I thought Overcooked was cross-platform.
I don't think it.
I don't think
last
it
I
is.
heard it was.
I know it's on
I-
Xbox. They have it on Xbox, but I don't think it's
Because I have it on
cross-platform.
PlayStation. I've played it with McGuire, and it's hilarious.
I love
I
it.
have
I
it
hope,
on
I would be okay being wrong on this. By the way, this is like one of the few times I'd be okay being wrong. Okay, that makes sense. So all right, I'm gonna drill another peel another layer off the onion here. Let's say everything's cross-platform, and let's say all your friends can work together on this. What would you get?
I think same thing, PlayStation, just because of familiarity with
Right
it.
here. Okay.
Same goes for me with the Xbox. I'm just
It's
used to
familiar.
the platform. I'm more of an Apple user than anything else, but ever since I got this new streaming PC, of course I have to use a PC for work for everything I do, but
Sure.
I like the fact that everything is laid out like Windows. It's very compartmentalized. It's easy to understand.
Okay.
If you look, and you know, again, keeping in mind this is coming from somebody that doesn't use the PlayStation interface very much. I've never seen it on the PS4 in my own home. I just remember from what PS3 was like. Xbox is just a lot easier to navigate, in my opinion. But again,
really
that's
is.
my opinion solely.
Because when with the Xbox UI, when they started going to more of the panels and everything's less of a menu, it became much more. It's a lot easier to it's much more intuitive to be like, I need to go here. This is where I'm gonna go. Because naturally, as someone who uses technology a lot, you kind of figure out how to do certain things, and you want things done a certain way, right? So when you open up your computer, or you open up like a console, it's like, I know that this thing that I'm trying to do should be in this spot because naturally that's where I would evolve to. I see what Clint's doing because I feel like, yeah.
He's on mute. It's fine.
Yo, he muted
he's
himself.
muted. Okay. I was like,
yeah,
ready
because
for
I was
the
like, wait,
blowout.
I saw the outcome of the game too before Joey did, so I saw Clint pull his headphones out just in case.
Saints win!
There it is.
There it is. But yeah, like I just, so I think if, for what Clint was saying, where if everything was, you know, your friends could do whatever you wanted, and if you had to only pick one still, I would still pick Xbox in that case. Purely for that.
I have to tell you guys, I'm actually really glad that you all didn't pick the same thing, though. That makes for a little more interesting discussion. Okay, let's talk. And I know it's too late for anybody to be all, oh, well, now I'm going to change my mind because the Dorksman talked about it. But it's still interesting to hear what's going on about some of these, especially as we get closer to the time here. As somebody who, as a Nintendo player, I'm not going to lie, Nintendo's controllers aren't up to snuff with some of these other ones, obviously. I mean, I have a Pro controller. It was what, $50, and I even then I was like, oh my god, I can't pay for this. It's too damn expensive. It's not really that great. And I totally changed my mind. It was worth every penny. But I understand that Xbox and PS, especially current controllers, are not only much more advanced, but they're much more expensive. Do you have a preference on those? And I'm trying to think of outside. You're just, you know, what you're used to. Is there one you like more or less than the other one, and why?
I actually think so. When we had the Xbox One and the PS4 at the same time, you know, we had some stuff that we just played on one and just played on the other. And it would be an adjustment since we played PlayStation more going to the Xbox controller, you know, just because the layout's a little bit different. But once I did, I really felt more comfortable with the Xbox controller. I kind of prefer it. And you wouldn't think, because like when you're looking at it, the way it's designed, you would think ergonomically speaking, you would think the PlayStation, just upon looks, first glance, you'd be like, oh, that one's probably gonna be more comfortable. But for some reason, the more, I guess, boxier Xbox version, to me, and that may just be me, it seemed more comfortable to use and a little bit easier to use. I don't know about the other two.
I agree.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, again, I'm an Xbox type of guy, but I've always loved the feel of this controller as I hold this up. I know the listeners can't see it, but I'm holding up my Xbox controller since it's here on the desk.
Ryan
It just
flexes his
ergonomically,
controller
it
culture.
fits in the hand very well. And, you know, mind you, my hands are definitely a lot smaller than Joey's because he's a bigger guy than I am. I'm 5'4". Joey's a tree. So
True.
if he
That's
feels
your
the same way
measure.
about the controller as far as
You're
it being
shrubbery.
ergonomic, then there you go. I'm sure my wife would feel the same way too if she played video games.
But that's interesting to have the two different perspectives, and yet you guys agree on which one it is.
I am gonna pick the PlayStation controller. Actually,
You're
I
welcome.
much prefer the PlayStation controller than the Xbox controller. Just even as like the purely from the base version of the Xbox controller without the Elite. So the Xbox Elite controller is really, really, really good. But if we're talking straight out of the box, where they give you like just the basic Xbox controller, I prefer the basic PlayStation controller over that. I just like the feel of it a lot better. Playing games with it.
Sure.
I find the Xbox One to be it felt cheap. Like it's very light. And then when I picked up the Elite Xbox controller, which thing was like $200,
right,
when it first came out, and it was really, really good because there's some weight to it. The triggers felt really good, and if you can't afford that, like that's a lot of money to pay for just a controller.
I'm sorry, what was it? 150?
No,
it's
like
$200.
Close to 200, but it
Yeah,
retails
close to
now.
$200.
I think for the Series 2, it's like 180.
Yeah.
But then you could
Software
also
controller.
toss into the conversation here. You have Scuff, right? Scuff,
Right, the
makes,
third-party controllers. Yeah.
So, Clint, just for your information, Scuff is a third-party company, but they do advanced controllers for both Xbox and for PlayStation.
It's like Mad Cats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you remember Mad Cats, right? But a lot
But
better
much
than
better.
Mad Cats was.
It was actually good quality.
Very.
Okay.
It surpasses the quality of the Xbox Elite controller by far. It's highly customizable. So let me show you too, Clint. And again, I know the listeners won't be able to see this, but Clint, the back of the Xbox controller has no contraptions on the back of it, right? But with the Scuff and the Xbox Elite controller, you can actually add panels, two on the left, two on the right.
Okay.
And you can make that trigger different things. So like in Call of Duty, you have to hold down a button in order to zoom your gun. You can actually mirror that on one of the panels on the back so you can play a lot faster, or if you're running around, you can melee somebody quicker. So that's the reason why a lot of the pro players end up using those type of controllers. You have short throw triggers, so that way you don't have to mash it down all the way in order to do something. It just, at the snap of a finger, it's ready to go. Gaming is serious business, guys. I think that's the topic of conversation here is gaming is a serious business, and that's why Twitch exists.
Well, it's only getting more serious.
Yeah.
I mean, even this year, just look at this year. The fact that we have so many friends who have started streaming at all. Sully, shout out to Sully. I know that's a bingo square. Has that's what he's kind of doing for a living right now. I mean, that's serious in itself. We had Uncle Pete on during our SDCC show, which was awesome interview with him. And this is all just been accumulating and getting bigger as the pandemic. Like the video game industry, as Nate can tell you, is not shrinking with the pandemic. It's going the opposite direction. Yeah, despite the fact that they don't have the same resources to work because they're all stuck at home. But it's definitely impressive for sure. Okay, let's go. I know we're doing time here. I'm kind of curious now. You guys know more about this than I do, and you each have your respective desired systems, which is fantastic. I'm curious if there was something you were bummed is missing that could show up in either console, either to make you change your mind or really hammer home the one you like now. Is there something that you're like, oh, why didn't it include this, or why did it do that? Or it could even be the price. Just is there something that makes you think to yourself, it's a major flaw or it needs to be corrected, and you would be all over that? So like if Joey wanted an Xbox, they had to do this, or the other guys wanted a PS4, they'd have to do this. Excuse me, PS5.
I have one thing in specific that they really need to do, but they'll never do it.
What's that?
integration with Discord. I hear the PlayStation 5 has somewhat integration with it. The reason I say this is voice chat among all of the different platforms sucks. Discord, by far, their audio codecs are way better. When I say audio codecs, guys, that means like the quality of the signal of the people coming into your voice chat. So when you're using Discord, which a lot of pro gamers use now, the quality of the signal is just superb. So if they would be able to do that cross-platform, that'd be great, but they never will.
And then Ryan brings up my thing, and I don't know if it really answers your question, but that's my whole deal is cross-platform, and I know that's kind of a game by game thing.
Sure,
but I don't know. I don't have enough invested in either one to say, oh well, nothing can sway me, or this is what I'm looking for to sway me. I just, you mentioned one on price is a huge thing. I mean, if all of a sudden, like I said, Black Friday 2021, if all of a sudden one of them's got a, $500 deal where it comes with, 3 games and an Elite controller. All right, Xbox, you're mine.
Gotcha.
That would probably be the big only thing I think that would sway me.
Okay, and that's fine. That's a fair answer. Nate, you got one? Since you're buying both, is there something that you would be all, I have to get this one first?
I'm canceling this pre-order.
Yeah, right?
It would purely, it'd have to be, like Joey said, like cross-platform stuff. It would, if you could do it on both, like, that would be the one that I would get. Like, if you can play with more than one on the other, then that's one I would get.
Okay.
But yeah, there's nothing specific that will sway me either way, just because I am getting both. Because
yeah. Just curious. That's all. I just,
I'll eventually get both, even if my pre-orders do fall through. Like, I'll eventually get both.
That'd be kind of messed up to pre-order, because you pre-ordered in September, right? To cancel.
I managed to get on the first wave of it for the PS5s, but like you said, like, you never know, right? Like, I know people that were on Amazon that had orders canceled, and it was like, that's Amazon. Even so,
but my point is they did it then, though. They didn't do it, the day before and be like,
right,
sorry.
Right. That's true. Sorry. Yeah.
It'd be really messed up, especially at this point, because you've been counting on it. It's different if it, a couple days later. But either way.
Yeah.
So, very cool. So I'm trying to think what else to ask you guys as somebody who, kind of is oblivious to everything here.
I think it's actually good that you don't own either of the two systems, because it is more like you're kind of like conducting an interview among 3 of us and getting our our legitimate opinions on each of the benefits and disadvantages of the systems. So
I do appreciate that you've had different ones, even when I expect you guys to all have the same ones. When Joey said he prefers the Xbox controller, I thought it was everybody liked the Xbox controller. Nope, didn't happen, which is great, which is, the whole point of this. Let's see, what else can I ask you guys about it? What I'd be curious about. I know Joey has streamed from his PlayStation, and Ryan, you've streamed from your Xbox. Nate, I'm not familiar if you've done any streaming.
I don't know if he's done it from the console. I know he was doing PC based stuff.
Yeah, okay. I've streamed from both. Like, I've done Fall Guys with Joey. I've done I streamed Destiny on Xbox. And then I've done PC as well.
Is that why you're streaming Diablo?
Yeah, I was streaming Diablo on my PC. Yeah.
See, I didn't even think about PC integrating into any of this as a separate separate thing. Does how about this? So, not being familiar with the programs that they have, and I know you guys kind of talked about it at the beginning, is one of them have a better like subscription program than the other?
I think Xbox, from what I can tell and from what I've heard. PlayStation is kind of changed their stuff. So it's, and maybe Nate or Ron can correct me on this, but it's almost like there's 2 different ones for PlayStation now that you need. It's like you've got one that's kind of your ability to play online, and then there's one that's like, I guess, similar to Xbox's Game Pass. And maybe Xbox is the same way. Like, if you get Xbox Game Pass, does that also allow you the ability to play online with people, or is that just for their catalog?
It's all inclusive now.
And I think PlayStation is separate. I think
it's separate. Yeah,
2 separate subscriptions. Okay, so I wasn't like a huge idiot.
Xbox, you gotta get
gold. A little one.
You gotta get the live gold in order to play online.
Oh, so if you just get Game Pass, you can't play online?
I think
Gold is included in Game Pass, but Game Pass
Oh,
isn't
okay.
included in Gold,
So,
if that makes sense.
If you don't
No,
care
yeah,
to
that
have
makes
Game
sense.
Pass, and like say for me, for example, I do have Game Pass, so I can get Rocket League for free. It's included in that subscription, or Halo 5. You can still play online any of the games that you own personally, but anything in Game Pass you wouldn't have access to. Or you can spend, what is it, like $1 more, I think they offer it for now. There is that special, and then you get access to both, which is what I have.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a better value because I like to play video games, obviously. But to each their own. Whatever fits your fancy.
Sure, and I mean, it's so funny because I'm thinking back to PS4 and Xbox One. Is that right? When they both came out?
Yeah.
Okay. And South Park had a 3-part episode about this epic fight about which one they would choose. You know what I mean? And that was the thing. Like, it was like, oh, you gotta get this because whatever it was, and you can go back and watch the episode and laugh your ass off if you like. But that's not the feeling this time around, at least not from somebody observing from the outside. It feels like now it's more of, okay, we've gone through this before, we've made our decisions. Get what you want. They're both going to be a pain in the ass, at least initially. But we're not fighting about which one you will get at this point. It's now, okay, we're going to do this. They're both selling like hotcakes. I'm sure they'll be flipping, which they shouldn't be doing, but they're there. So it's nice to have more of that attitude that you're a gamer, you game how you want to game, and that even the developers are more of the mindset of we can go multiple routes with this,
which they should, because
absolutely
with the success of Fortnite, and that was the first game really to be cross-platform. Look at what it did for the video game industry, and look at what it did for the careers of many of the players that played the game.
Agreed, 100%.
Ninja wouldn't be the player that he is now, nor would like Dr. Lupo, Tim the Tatman, a lot of those top FPS gamers. They wouldn't have the career that they have now had they not been playing Fortnite. Yeah. So
well, and 100%. And then of course, I really love those stories of Fortnite or Fall Guys, that are games that you can just play for free, but they're making their money other ways. I think that's such a cool concept for a lot of reasons. I mean, just the fact that it gives you a free option to play with your friends as long as they have the required hardware is amazing, and I'm glad to see them succeed. So you're absolutely right. So
it's all about them side licensing deals, like all the Marvel stuff that got integrated recently into Fortnite.
Sure. Oh yeah. Well, and then just looking at
money.
now, Fall Guys is the exclusive of PS4, but it is free to play. That's the route we go. I'm okay with it.
I think they said it works for mobile games. Why can't it work for console games? And boy, were they ever right, because they're making money hand over fist for free games.
Right.
Just like mobile games.
Right.
I mean, Funko Pop Blitz that we were talking about earlier, that's a free to play game, but it wouldn't be a game if they weren't making money off of it.
Oh
like
my God.
they wouldn't still be doing it.
Can I just say I'm surprised they took they must have been making a ton when they had that advertising thing where you could just spin it again and again and again with the free spins. They had
they were probably getting shit ton of advertising money.
The advertisers probably had to ask them to stop. That's why they did.
Yeah,
we can't give you any more money.
Yeah. That's the thing that people need to realize is like the amount of people that spend money on like DLC and like in-game purchases is not a big number. There's not a huge number of people that spend on it, but that small number of people spend a lot of fucking money.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's where that's why a free-to-play game works. It's you got like 90% of the people that play it were enjoying it. They're playing. They're not spending much money. Maybe they'll spend like $20 because it was free. But then you get that 10% that'll spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's a genius business model.
Yeah, like Warzone, we've talked about it earlier. Warzone is free to play online. Multiplayer is not, but Warzone is free to play. Recently for Halloween, they did a release of like special in-game characters. So you could actually run around the map as Billy from the Saw franchise, or Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's not free. If you wanted those add-ons, it was like X amount of points, which translates to you having spent X amount of dollars for those coins, right? So me personally, I rarely ever will buy anything. I'll spend money every once in a while on the Game Pass to level me up faster in the game. But a couple of the guys that I do play with, any of the skins that come out, whether it be special masks, things for your gun, even something silly like they call them tracer rounds. So when you're shooting you can actually see it pink or blue or white. They'll spend money on this shit. I'm like, you guys are dumb. But to each their own, right? If they enjoy it, more power to them.
Look, you can look behind us and see how much money we spend on dumb stuff. So
It's just about what you spend that money on. What
right,
dumb
you
stuff
gotta have your
you
vice or your
spend,
what
yeah.
you enjoy, and
Yeah,
whatever,
Joey doesn't have a lot of dumb stuff behind him now. He has a nice picture.
Not,
I
not
don't know
right
what
now
it
because I'm in the
says.
wrong room.
It is well. He has a curtain. Nate
It's got
has
to
some
eat, pray,
pictures.
love.
Yeah. Clint and I, yes, we have a lot of dumb shit behind us.
It does say it is well, and then there's a sign on the other side of the bed that says "with my soul."
Oh, there you go. I'm guessing that was your decor choice.
Oh yeah, let me tell you,
Yeah,
I'm the one that hung it. That was my extent of that.
right, and you did that to happy spouse, happy house. I understand. Nate, if you turned his camera like 30 degrees, you'd be in the same boat too. But anyway, okay. Well, I think that's a good point to wrap it up. So we didn't come to a great conclusion, but I think we really shared some ideas and thoughts for those of you that are still interested in getting something or getting something, and why there's pros and cons to all of it. Especially, if you're new to all this like I am. I think the guys really elaborated pretty well on what they like. And the good news is, like I said, nobody was like, well, this sucks, I hate this. It was more, I like this, I'd like to see this. So I think they have a really healthy attitude. So I hope people come back and listen to that and really appreciate that if they're making a decision come, I don't know if they're going to have more than pre-sale available before the holidays or whatever the case is. So very cool. Anything to add before we move on?
The realistic standpoint is PlayStation by far will outsell Xbox. We've talked about this on a past episode a few weeks ago. PlayStation is a global console. Xbox primarily here in the United States. So when you weigh options there, Apple for Apple, PlayStation will win.
It's true. Play what you want to play. Spend money on what you want to spend money on, and just enjoy it. Right? Like these consoles are going to be around for a while.
Hopefully.
So yeah.
At least
planned
5 years.
obsolescence sucks.
At least 5 years.
One of them bombs, and it's like, well, that's the end of that.
Right.
But every time there's a console war, it always brings me back to this amazing Penny Arcade comic. It's like one of the first, like it's super early on. They wrote one of the console war comics back during the GameCube. I'll share it with you guys later, but it's so accurate with just how people react to console wars on Twitter and social media and stuff. And just every time someone on Xbox posts like, hey, we've got this happening on launch day, and then you go into the comments and it's always like some idiot from that is like a Sony fanboy will be like, blah, 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 they'll talk some shit. And then same thing anytime someone on Sony posts anything, it's like you get Xbox fanboys in there, like, and it's just so dumb. But this comic that I'll send you guys reminds me of it, and I love it because it's so accurate, and especially in this day and age.
Share it on Twitter so we can all see it.
I will. I'll do
That'd be
that.
awesome. Well, fantastic. Joey, anything to add, or is it time?
It's game time. Did you like that one?
Is it what? I didn't. Huh?
That was terrible.
I can't hear anything.
Right. Are you talking? I see your
What'd
lips
you say?
moving.
Did you mute me?
What?
No, what?
I'm kidding, because you
You
blew
got
out my
muted.
ears.
Okay, so it was pretty funny when I heard Ryan just start talking about this earlier, and I was gonna sing the name of the game, but I can't anymore at this point. I'll just say the name of the game. It's called Land Party Like It's 1999.
Fantastic.
So this week's game, it's not the format of the game that's going to be interesting. It's going to be the format of the points given. I'll talk about that in a second. So it's just pretty much 20 straight up questions about video games that you'll need to buzz in to answer.
Okay.
So no need to choose numbers. There's no traps, but there is a final round, the final 21st question for you to wager points on after the first 20 are done. Points per question will be determined by a random number generator.
Ooh,
yes. So the answers do have a penalty, though, if you don't answer correctly, but that's just straight up -10. So if the random number generator gives you a couple of 90s, you'll be okay. But if it just gives you a couple of single digits and you get one wrong, you may be in trouble. So we're going to kick things off if y'all are ready to start buzzing in.
Or just type in our names again in the side chat here.
Yep, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
First one I see in the chat wins.
Okay.
First question. What does the E stand for in ESRB?
Oh, wait.
Womp, womp, womp. Go ahead, Ryan.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be something else, so I jumped the gun because Clint always tends to beat me. Ever. I don't know.
No, that's
I don't know.
minus 10. So we're going to Clint next.
Oh crap! I had it, now I forgot it.
Good. I'm glad that I was gabbing and he forgot.
Yeah, ESRB. It's not everybody, is it?
No, I'm
No.
sorry. That's another negative 10. Nate, you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
Nate probably knows it.
Entertainment.
Entertainment is correct.
That's what I was thinking. Damn it!
Oh,
No, it wasn't.
Man.
It was.
And the random number generator. I don't know if my phone will
You
focus.
can't see it. Just tell us.
Come on, I want you to see because I don't want you to think I'm cheating.
We trust you, surprisingly.
Well,
97.
97.
Rigged.
Woo.
Whoop, whoop.
Terrible.
All right, here we go. Next question. And I may be pronouncing some of these names wrong, so please forgive me if I do, because I wasn't a big player of this game, although McGuire keeps telling me I need to play it. What computer classic sent players to Phobos to blast specters, lost souls, and cacodemons? Clint.
Is it Doom?
It is Doom.
Oh, Sully would be proud of you for that. He likes that game.
Good.
And Clint gets 77 points.
Ooh, 77.
67. So I'm only 30. I'm only 30 behind Nate now.
Yes. Good job, Clint. Proud of you.
Thanks.
What Sega critter became the third best known figure for young boys after Michael Jordan and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Can you repeat it? Sorry.
Sure. What Sega critter became the third best known figure for young boys after Michael Jordan and Arnold Schwarzenegger? Nate.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
That is correct.
That's not
And
right.
did say
It's Dr.
Sega.
Robotnik. That's what I missed.
You get a whopping 4 points. It won't focus.
4 points.
4.
Floor points.
Floor points.
Floor points.
Fleur. Okay, next question. What slimy video game has bad guys named Professor Monkey for a head, Evil the Cat from Heckin' Bob, and the Killer Goldfish?
What slimy game?
If I'm not confident in an answer, I'm not answering anymore.
Slimy video game character, to make it a little bit clearer.
I have a guess, but I'm not willing to try it. So
Nobody?
Nope.
Why don't you just tell us what your guess was, Clint?
was it Toe Jam and Earl?
No, it was Earthworm Jim.
Oh,
That
That's
makes
what
sense.
I was gonna guess.
Slimy.
I was
Gotcha.
like, I wasn't sure.
never played that game, but makes sense.
It's wild. It was definitely made
Yeah.
on an acid trip.
A lot of the early Nintendo games were, I feel like.
Well, that one was cross-platform. Anyway,
Next. What Sony game system offered more computer power than NASA used to put a man on the moon? Clint.
PS1.
And just PlayStation would have been fine. And your random amount of points that you get is 29.
Damn, I'm still behind Nate by like 4 points.
Hey, I
Or
have
something.
negative Nate points, okay? So shush.
Oh,
He does have negative Nate.
that's a bingo score. Thank you to Andrew. He had that in as soon as he heard that.
Okay. The wording on this question is kind of funny. Let me come back to that one. Let me think about that one, how to phrase that one. All right, next question. What legendary Nintendo game was A Link to the Past a sequel to? Clint.
A Link to the Past was the third one, so it'd be Adventures of Link would be the second one.
I think you're trying to get too technical for me in my quiz.
It's the Zelda 2. Because A Link to the Past was the third one.
So what's your answer?
I wouldn't argue with him. He's an expert on that. So
I'm just asking him what his answer is.
Well, the Adventures of Link or Adventures of Zelda, Link's, whatever it is, the second one.
Yeah, Zelda 2. I know what he's
Zelda
talking about.
2.
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
So we're saying give him the points.
Yeah.
You sure?
I wouldn't argue with Clint about that.
Because he gets...
I can't see it.
It's 96.
You can't see. 96 points.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Clint's not an
All
expert
right.
on many things, but Link in specific, yeah, I wouldn't argue with him.
Oh, there's people who know much more than I do. But anyway,
But
I'll take
within
it.
this group of 4, yes, you
Yes.
take the cake. Yeah.
Yes. Yay me.
All right. Next question. What was Hiroshi Yamauchi's cleverly named successor to the Nintendo Entertainment System? Clint?
The Super Nintendo Entertainment
The
System?
Super Nintendo Entertainment is correct
The Super
for
Viacom?
37 points.
I'll take it.
Next.
That don't seem like a trick question.
It almost did, didn't it?
It did. I'm like, wait, that can't be
You
right.
should have
Some
had
of these are
negative points in the as a randomizer. You could have randomed
Yeah.
like negative points.
I should have. I thought about that. I was like, I'm not going to be that cruel though, because
That would
that's
suck, though, if you got
punishing
that-
people
yeah,
for getting
that
right.
four-
I know.
If you got 4 points for that one question, then 96 in negative the next time around.
Yeah, I know. I almost did it, but I didn't. So you can see Nate and I are on the same page. All right. What video game gives you cheat options to produce a skull shooting Teddymon or an old Manmon?
Wow. Teddymon or an old man mon, huh?
Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna kick yourselves.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
I have an idea, but I'm not gonna guess because I'm not gonna.
Why not? You're already in the negative.
I don't
I got
want
a
to be in
long
the
way to go.
Go ahead,
negative.
guess.
I'm trying
Guess.
to. No.
Yes.
Nope.
Guess.
Not unless I get a free pass if I get it wrong.
Sure, you have a free pass. Guess.
Do I get the points if I get it right?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, then I will be formal and buzz in.
What is your guess?
Digimon.
Digimon is correct.
Yeah, I get the points.
no.
Good job.
Watch,
Hope
it's gonna
it's like
be like
4
two,
points.
2 points.
Nope. It's 84.
Hey.
Hey.
On the board.
Digimon. Was Digimon even a game? I guess I
It's
always
a-
thought it was
it's
just
a
a
game,
cartoon.
Yeah.
I sorry, that wasn't me like trying to question it. I had never thought of it as
Yeah,
a
I've never
game.
thought of it as a game either.
I thought it was too easy of a thing. I'm like,
Oh, because it's like
Really?
in the
Yeah.
question.
but
the
then again,
answer's
after
in
the last question, I'm like, oh, I guess so.
Okay. Next question.
Let's do it.
What was the name of the predecessor to Doom?
Crap.
Predecessor, wow.
predecessor to Doom.
I don't remember.
Mhm. This is the one that I had to reword it, and maybe I didn't reword it correctly. I don't know. We'll see when I reveal the answer.
Hmm.
That's old.
Yeah, Doom's been around for a long time.
So it'd be the
Oh,
game that
I
came
have
out
a
before
guess.
Doom.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a guess.
Predecessor.
I'll buzz
yeah.
in for a guess.
Nate,
Level 2.
Wolfenstein.
Yep.
Wolfenstein is
Yep.
correct. I was worried at first that I had worded it wrong.
Right.
I was thinking Duke Nukem, but Duke Nukem.
Right.
came
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. I was like, wait,
see,
no.
that
Duke
was the
Nukem
thing that came
its
to mind for
own,
me
yeah.
too. I'm like, no, that's wrong.
Nate gets
100.
100 points. He hit the high one.
Rigged.
Hell yeah.
All right. Next question. What company hyped its Jaguar as the first 64-bit gaming system because it had two 32-bit processors running in parallel? Clint.
Atari.
Atari is correct. And you get 40 points.
I thought you were gonna say 4. I'm like, great. Did you guys, Joey, saw me if I, well, too late. Did you guys see they're doing a hotel in Vegas by Atari?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With like all the old school games and stuff.
I don't know what it's gonna be.
It's
just
going to be
the
themed.
Atari-
I'm sure a lot of neon, obviously.
Yeah,
you know.
Mhm.
but it looks interesting. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go on.
What proprietary multimedia program gave Apple an early edge in graphics and video game applications? Ryan is pulling what little hair he has left out of his head because he feels disappointed in himself for not knowing the answer to this.
The
Can you
Apple
re-
question.
Can
Yeah.
you repeat it just one more time, please?
No.
Sure. Okay. What proprietary multimedia program gave Apple an early edge in graphics and video applications?
I'm gonna want to step on a nail after I hear this answer because I feel like I should know it.
Probably.
Yeah, especially with the proprietary
I'm
part.
going to give a hint. Some people may call you a QT. Ryan,
QuickTime.
QuickTime is correct.
That's
For
not what I was
52
thinking at
points.
first. But
No,
take
me
it.
neither. Yeah.
I was thinking Intel, and I was like, that can't be right. But
yeah, Intel
Oh.
processors weren't introduced into Apple computers till much
Right.
later.
I understand.
Here's not my favorite video game, but maybe one of my favorite named video games of all time. What hip hop puppy starred in the first PlayStation game to give players credit for just keeping the beat? Clinton.
That's Parappa the Rapper.
It is Parappa the Rapper
Parappa the Rapper.
for 37 points.
Damn it! Why don't I get 100?
Yeah.
Rigged.
Because it's rigged. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's keeping it close.
Next question. What graphic adventure by Rand and Robin Miller did PC computing dub the first New Age game?
I have a guess, but I don't feel confident in it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have a guess, but I don't want to. Yeah.
The correct answer is Myst.
Ah, that's not what I was thinking. Okay, good.
Wouldn't have got that.
All right. Next question. What video game hero must unseat King K. Rool in a 3D update of a Nintendo classic? Clint.
That'd be Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong
Donkey
Country.
Kong is correct for 12 points. Oh, man. Good stuff. Next question. What jumping PlayStation marsupial do fans consider the Sony equivalent to Super Mario? And I don't know if I would, consider him the equivalent to Super Mario, but whatever.
Right.
Go ahead, Clint.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot is correct for 72 points.
There
Man,
we go. A
Clint is
little
just
better.
Whipping y'all. Like,
Am I? I don't know if I am at the point.
Whipping
I
y'all
think I got more
badly.
questions, but anyway.
all right, next question. What Bandai cyber toy gave kids a chance to mate their Popochi with a Kabuchi to spawn a... I can't even say the name. A Babichi?
I have no idea. Wow.
I'm going to try.
I have a guess too.
I think I'm going to be
Ryan?
wrong, but I'm going to try. Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi is correct.
Yeah.
And I may have
Nice.
just totally butchered all those other
Yeah.
names.
Close enough.
For 86 points. Good job,
Ooh,
Rye
nice.
Guy.
Do you guys remember
Good job,
that
Rye
thing?
Guy.
I
I
do
do,
remember.
yeah.
I just didn't think of it as a video
Yeah, I just
game,
didn't
and I
think-
didn't even
yeah.
know you could like interact with them. I thought you just had to hold them on your keychain and they can never leave.
No, you
or-
have to take care of it. Like it would poop
I didn't
itself.
take care of it, but I
Yeah.
know you could have them interacted in any way, shape, or form.
The-
Clean
the-
its shit and stuff.
yeah.
and,
Yeah.
like,
if you didn't clean up its shit, it would die. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. My brother. I think my brother had 3 at one time, and he went on vacation. He was really sad when he came home, and they were all dead. I think he got mad at my dad. Why didn't you take care of that while I was gone?
All right, we just have 3 questions left until the final round, which I've changed the rules of the final round, by the way, because Clint's murdering all of you.
I hate when that happens. Anyway,
What fruit helps restore a player's health in Donkey Kong 64?
uh,
Ryan?
banana.
No.
No. Oh, lose 10 points.
Banana.
banana.
I mean that makes sense. He's a
Banana.
monkey.
Banana.
I don't remember.
Correct answer is watermelon.
In my
Mm,
defense,
I
I
don't
don't
think I
remember
heard
playing the game, but Tamer's been playing it a lot on his stream, so I've
Well,
been watching it.
he didn't say Donkey Kong Country,
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Donkey
he said
Kong
it-
64.
which is a different game.
Ah,
There
You're still
goes-
not right about Donkey Kong Country. There's no health meter, but still,
You're still an idiot, but you know.
not as big a one.
What? What Nintendo hero was more recognizable to kids than Mickey Mouse or Bugs Bunny in 1990? Clint.
That would be Mario.
Mario is correct for 59 points.
Mario.
Well, that's his name.
That's his
It
name.
really
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So stupid. What type of computer programs did the Dark Avenger mutation engine promise to make more powerful?
Whoa.
I have no idea what this
Whoa, I have
question's
no
even
idea.
asking. None.
Yeah.
Ask it again, please.
What type of
program?
computer programs did the Dark Avenger mutation engine promise to make more powerful?
I've never heard of this at all.
Me neither.
I'm not guessing.
Yeah, I'm not guessing either.
Correct answer was viruses. So I don't know.
What?
Interesting.
What does that have
All
to
right,
do with video
so-
games?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know, bro.
It was just a question. Joey just typed in video game questions, and that was one of the questions he got.
Hmm.
He wanted to be impressed with one of us getting it right, and we failed.
We failed
Yeah,
terribly.
Ryan failed me. Okay. Time for the final question, which I have now plugged in the maximum number on the random number generator at 10,000 points.
Oh Jesus!
Still got a chance.
Still.
So you're
got
saying
chance.
there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Lord
Here it comes.
Christmas.
Final
There you
question.
go.
Clint is sweating on
Clint
my
is sweating.
not 4K Chromebook. I can still see the sweat
That's
rolling
right.
down his brow.
That's right.
Here we
You
go.
can see it in 244, whatever the lowest resolution is. Go on.
480. Here we go. What game system, the first to come equipped with a modem? Oh, excuse me, not modem. Let me start over that again. Oh, wait. Yeah, that is supposed to be modem. They had a typo, not me. What game system, the first to come equipped with a modem, clogged up phone lines in Europe as many purchasers got online for the first time?
Hey, don't look it up online, Nate.
No,
What actually came equipped with a modem?
yeah, that's.
And if you guys listening are too young to know what a modem is,
It's that thing that makes that noise, and then you get.
you would have to
internet.
hook up your phone line to it so that way you could get on the internet. This is before
right,
the
people
days
could-
of high-speed internet. This was
People could
slow
not call
speed
you.
internet.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and you'd be like, "Mom, don't pick up the phone. I'm on the internet." In all honesty,
exactly
I'm
what
stalling
happened.
because I don't know what the hell the answer
I
is.
do have a backup question, but I just feel like it's going to go to Clint.
You say that and I'll lose.
So
but-
the answer would be Nintendo. is
Right,
what
yeah.
you're saying.
So what you're saying, yeah. I don't. Unless Ryan's out, I'm out. Nate, you out on this one?
Yeah, unless
is the
you're
answer?
gonna give us a yeah.
It is Dreamcast.
Dream.
Ooh,
Really?
yeah.
Well, I didn't own one, so I didn't know that.
I guess I feel like Dreamcast came out because it would have to be the late '90s for that, right?
I think it was 99.
What is it? I keep thinking. I think Dreamcast is
around the
like
era.
2005 or something. Wow.
No,
okay.
that's
I
the
No,
know.
era.
because I had it in
Yeah.
college. Like
Gotcha.
we
Mm.
each had some video game system in college, and that was the one I bought was the Dreamcast.
56K modems were
Our
like
room.
98, 99. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
the math adds up.
It says Nate.
Does it though? All right, here we go.
That is the title. The math adds up.
Here's the final question.
I'm so screwed.
What is the name of the final course in all Mario Kart video games?
Okay, I do know this.
Oh,
Yeah, that would absolutely.
Clint?
know.
shit.
It's Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road, and you get 1,524 points, and the winner this week is Ryan. No,
Way to
I'm
go,
sorry,
Ryan.
it's Clint. It's Clint. It's Clint. Sorry, listeners. It's Clint.
What would have been funny is if somebody else would have gotten it, they got like 7 points.
Right? Yeah, and they still lost. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Joey. As
was fun.
always, that was a lot of fun. Congratulations,
something.
Clint.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we
I
did learn something.
I learned a few things there.
Yeah. So what we learned is never have any Nintendo-based questions because Clint will just dominate.
Well, yeah,
You did pretty
that-
well
I
across
learned,
the board though with video games.
learned about
in general.
Dreambox and
Dreambox.
Dreambox. Sorry,
Dreambox.
as you can tell, I didn't learn very well, but I learned about Dreamcast and its modem and the virus Black.
Yeah,
Eternal
that
or
one
whatever it
made
was.
no sense.
I still don't know that one either. I
Yeah.
was reading it and I was like, wait, this doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I put this down, but I did, and you didn't know it. But it's
And we
okay. It didn't
know
affect the
but
outcome of
it's
the
okay.
game.
No, because Clint was dominating.
He
from the
was.
beginning.
He did. He dominated y'all.
Even though Nate got a perfect 100.
I did.
He did. He did get the.
I
He did
did.
get the 100
Nailed it.
bonus points for that.
Nailed it.
Meant nothing, but still nailed it.
Nailed it. It's fun to say.
Yeah. Thank you, Joey. As always, a lot of fun. Again, congrats, Clint. Yeah, so that's our kind of console preview coming into November. Hopefully, if you have pre-orders, hopefully they don't get canceled on you. Whatever you end up getting, hit me up. I'll play games with you on either or.
Especially if you pre-ordered it from a rap magazine, your chances might not be so good.
Yeah.
But regardless, I hope you guys have fun and enjoy them.
So is it like one of those little postcard things that were stapled into the magazine? Did you fill that out?
Yeah,
is that
I filled
how
it
you
out.
pre-ordered it?
That's how I created it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Talking about a throwback.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Submit this and you get a free CD.
Yeah. I have to wait like 6 to 8 weeks before they. Yeah.
You're gonna get billed for it forever.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember that.
So like Columbia
Magazine
House.
subscriptions. Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
yeah.
You're locked in for the
Yeah.
next 200 years of CD purchases.
So many cassettes and CDs.
Yeah. Oh, so silly. We were really aging ourselves, but
Yeah, this week for sure.
it's been fun. Yeah, so if you good luck with the consoles. Hopefully nobody gets their orders canceled, because that'd be really sad, and I would feel bad for you, and I would feel bad for myself if that happens to me too. Yeah, so make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, _Dorksman. Thank you again for listening this week. I don't know if we got anything else. Do you have anything else, Clint?
I don't. It's quiet again. Shout out to Lloyd for his awesome win now of his Frank and Freddy. Hope to get that in the mail soon. Also, I mean, he came to play, man. He posted
he
numerous
dropped
costumes,
a lot of costumes,
and they were good. And shout out to everybody that did participate. There wasn't a bad costume in there. There was some really good ones. I'm glad you guys were in the Halloween spirit, despite the fact that Halloween is what it is was this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys. We'll have another contest soon. I'm sure we have actually some donors. We'll share later on of donated prizes. So we definitely want to have some more going on soon.
Yeah,
I do have something.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, so the day after this episode comes out, I'll be recording with the guys, the brothers Newland, over at the Toy Rewind podcast.
Exactly. Yes.
So
awesome.
listen for that to come out. I'm assuming Thursday.
I think they do
is their
Thursday.
normal.
Yeah, I think their
schedule.
release days are Thursdays. Yeah.
And are you
Just
the-
because I'm a guest doesn't mean I have to know when they release their episodes.
No.
So that
No.
wasn't a requirement.
I think you're the first guest they've ever had.
Yeah, I think that's what
I think-
Andrew was saying.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So awesome. We look forward to
Congratulations.
listening. Yes. Give those brothers hell.
Oh,
did
you
it.
know it.
Are they making you build a game for them?
I don't know. I haven't asked, but making the games has been kicking my butt lately. Just
I was
because
gonna say that's hey, you want to be our guest? I mean, you have to do our game, but you can come on.
just coming up with ideas has been like less than easy for me
Well,
here
you've
lately.
been doing-
Coming up with ideas.
You've
for
been doing a
stuff,
good
so.
job. I mean, credit where credit's due for sure, man. I
Yep.
know you've been busy with the move and back at work, back in the building of work. So we really
Yeah.
appreciate the games. They always come out great. Even the ones I lose, I even like. So, but I hope
He's
they don't
lying.
make you. I think Andrew actually makes a game based on the episode that you guys will probably take in. So I imagine
There you go.
you're just listening and having fun this week.
Maybe so. We'll see.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Before I forget, our streaming schedule. So Clint will be playing some Nintendo probably
Mhm.
Tuesday with Sully, because Sully's back from his trip to South Carolina. Was it?
I was. I
Yeah.
think.
Um,
no, it's
Beards.
North Carolina.
No, yeah,
North
north,
Carolina?
north.
Yeah. Either way. Yes. I
For
think
the
we'll just put it on
grand
Tuesday,
opening of Poppin' Beard's
Yeah,
store.
Pop and Beard store.
which looks
which
cool,
is-
man.
Yeah. So congratulations to them.
Yeah. Shout out to
Uh,
Eddie, man. Well done, buddy.
So Clint will be playing some Nintendo on Tuesday with Sully. Ryan will be doing his thing at some point during this week, I'm sure.
We'll see.
Doing his thing.
Try to do
doing his
Monday,
thing.
Thursday, Saturday, but Monday, Thursday is work permitting, and it is start of the month. You know, today's the 1st of November, so
Yeah, I know that.
I'll definitely have a lot of stuff I gotta tackle tomorrow. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But if not Saturday,
And
Saturday I'm pretty good about it.
Cool. He only
And
did,
as
he only did
always-
6 hours, 8 hours yesterday when.
Yeah, he did a marathon session yesterday. So we've got Dorksman game night on Fridays, as always. So make sure you come hang out and join us for that. It's always a good time.
Well, what's your new name after that, Angry Nate? It's Angry Nate?
Angry.
Angry Nate, that's right.
No N.
It's Angry Nate. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no N.
Somebody
No
just
N.
typed it. We just flew with it. It was great.
We just went with it. Yeah.
That's some of the antics you get to witness on Friday nights with us.
Yeah. It's always a good time. Always a good time. Yeah. So make sure you hang out with us for that. I think that's about it.
I think
Unless
that's
anyone
good.
else has anything else?
Nope.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again for listening this week. We'll be doing this again next week. And that's my secret. I'm always angry.
Sing up!
Word homies.
The word Tamagotchi does not have a T in it.
Ryan makes things awkward.
Bye.